So this is the third part of this series where I'm displaying all the random beat up vintage card backs that I have. So we're finishing up with Return of the Jedi, in which I have actually an unpunched biker scout here. He's one of my favorites, and I had a bunch of them as a kid. We look on the back here, and it's a standard 65 back, in which we have the new characters from the Return of the Jedi featured. Now, I remember this as a kid. We would buy the figures, and these characters were blacked out, like the mystery characters. And of course, that was Logray and Chief Chirpa. They wanted to keep the Ewoks secret, Jabba the Hutt as well. So it was kind of intriguing as a kid to look at those. And of course, down here we got the 3PO collector's case, which is really cool. The Y-Wing fighter, and the Chewbacca bandolier strap, which is not all that great, but it's got its own problems. That foam completely disintegrates over time. So next here we have a C-3PO with detachable limbs. Looks like a store called Neisner for $3.99, so I'm not familiar with that at all. We look on the back, is still the same standard 65 back. Proof of purchase is intact, just like with the biker scouts. Next up we have a Rebel Commando, and he has the free Emperor with 5 proofs of purchase offer on the back here. Still a 65 back. Proof of purchase is intact, so nobody wanted to send away for the Emperor. But my mom did, and while this is not the one I had as a kid, this is the little mailer box that you would get your figure in. It would come in the mail like this, and vintage Kenner baggie. There's your Emperor. Back, before he was named Palpatine, he was just the Emperor. So we go on. So Weequay skiff guard with the Emperor offer as well on a 65 back. Proof of purchase intact. So a lot of people were not mailing away for their Emperor. Here we are. Same with the Klaatu. The Ewoks are revealed on a lot of these, and proof of purchase is intact. Imperial TIE Fighter pilot. I always wondered why they didn't put a photo of the pilot on the front of this. Instead, we just got the TIE Fighter. He had lots of screen mugs in the film, so. But we are now up to a 77 card back, so we've added the, I believe it was 12 new Return of the Jedi figures to this. And we have some illustrations down here. The Rancor, the Ewok Assault Catapult, the Combat Glider, Max Rebo Bands. A lot of people include these in the total count on the action figures. I remember seeing them in stores, and of course I had a set as a kid. They were really cool. We have a Return of the Jedi Imperial Stormtrooper. Now things like this, the figures kept getting re-released with every film. So even though the Imperial Snowtrooper was a Empire Strikes Back figure, he was released on a Return of the Jedi card, as was everyone else. And this is $3.09 back in the day. Still a 77 back with the same promotions. Proof of purchase still there. And once again, yeah, here's a Tuscan Raider with the original photo, which never changed over the years. They always used this iconic photo of the Tuscan Raider. 77 back, proof of purchase not intact. So somebody was finally taking advantage of one of these offers. Chief Chirpa, one of the first Ewok figures. 77 back, proof of purchase. Here's Chewbacca. Chewbacca, of course, was available the entire time from back to one of the first 4 figures in the early bird kits, all the way up until the end of the line. Here in Kmart for $277. This is a great card because this is only the second photo they used of Chewie. They used that classic photo for most of the run, and then towards the end it changed to this one. So I think he's more valuable to find mint on card in this. I do have a Chewbacca mint on card graded, but it's the original photo. Here we have a Return of the Jedi ATST driver. Once again, we get the picture of the walker, but not the guy. But I guess in this case, it's kind of cooler. And we get the free Anakin Skywalker action figure sticker just planted on the card here instead of printing it. And 77 back, with Anakin being our new figure. And he was not exactly all that exciting. We did send away and get one as a kid. But even though the Emperor was an old man in a robe, at least he kind of did something. Here we have a Paplu, the Ewok, 88 cents clearance at Kmart. Proof of purchase gone, free Anakin Skywalker. But it's not a sticker. In this case, it is printed on the card, so that's a little different there too. And we are up to 79 figures from 77. I believe they added the two Ewoks, Paplu and Lumat, who it's argued whether they count in the last 17 or not. The super valuable final figures in the wave. And here we have Return of the Jedi Nikto, another skiff guard, 79 back. Proof of purchase is there. I do have one more. This, and I kept this one separate just because the bubble is intact. It's an Emperor Royal Guard. He is an old 65 back with the Ewoks blurred out, so this was an early card back. And the last one in Grogu's bag is my only loose card back from Power of the Force from 1985, I believe. Now these were the last figures made, the most valuable. I mean, loose, the prices they go for is insane right now. You can see this guy was at Toys R Us for $287 back in the day. Imperial Gunner, a great figure that really should have been made in the original wave of Star Wars. When we look on the back, we see that they all came with these collector coins at this time. So all these figures, well, not all of them, but most of them were re-released with a coin. And this row here are the last 17. These guys are super rare and valuable. And of the entire Star Wars loose action figure line, I need about 5 of these guys to have a complete set. And at the prices they're going for right now, I may never get them. But Lando General, Han with the Carbonite, Luke Stormtrooper, the A-Wing pilot, and R2 with the lightsaber, because we got a third R2-D2 in Power of the Force. He was modified once again to come with Luke's green lightsaber, which we finally got accurate. So Power of the Force is a pretty interesting thing, and I may do a video itself on my Power of the Force collection and talk about my regrets with selling off a few that I had over time. But thank you for watching. This is just a little fun channel I'm trying to put together. I love old Star Wars and have quite a bit of stuff I've put away over the years. So thank you once again.